Hello, you guys. Another exciting week of Survivor. I hope the video quality is better. I'm trying to do a little bit different this time, and I'm hoping that it's not quite as long this time. Uh, as you all know, we can get your kids out of your room because there's gonna be some f-bombs dropping, and all kind of shit happening. There you go. First word for you today, right there. Okay, we're gonna start out with a few shout outs. Gonna give a shout out to Lisa Morris Long. She's been with me all this time, and I so appreciate it. Thank you, Lisa, for hanging out with me. Krista Mysick, faithful watcher and comments all the time, and I appreciate that. And a new viewer, Robert Honey Boo Boo Blackwell. Good to have you along, Robert. Hope you catch this. And you guys, the way to get shout out is to comment on my blogs. I have to have feedback, or I ain't gonna fucking do them anymore. So feedback, 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 please, because I am an attention-seeking hoe. But y'all knew that. All right, let's get right on to it. Let's start out with RC and Abby. RC finds the clue to the immunity idol in the bag of rice, and Lisa happens to be standing behind her when that happens. And Lisa slash Blair is fucking clueless. And y'all know I love Lisa. I love me some Blair, but she is clueless. Her head is so far up her ass in this game. I don't think she can recover. She doesn't even catch on that RC just found the clue. Abby does happen to be there, and I think senses something going on, but regardless, RC tells Abby that she finds the clue because she wants to establish some kind of trust with Abby. But Abby is very distrustful. She's just a bitch. Let's just throw that shit out there right to begin with. Anyway, Abby thinks that RC had to tell. Although, right at the bat, they were like two good girls. If you remember that from last week, they were two giggly girls that were just, all loving each other and all that kind of shit. Tide seems to have turned a little bit now. Abby's kind of turning on RC a little bit. So anyway, Abby thinks that RC is scheming a little bit with Scoopin', and she just comes flat out and tells him. She says, "Look, if you fuck me over, you're dead to me." I mean, come on, Abby. You ain't in the fucking mafia, bitch. This is Survivor Island. This is not Mafia Island, Mafia Wars, none of that shit. You on Survivor. And of course, then it kind of pisses me off because RC is trying to placate her and going, no. I mean, there's nothing going on. I'm not talking about you behind your back and that kind of stuff. I'd be going, fuck you, bitch. Take your ass back to Brazil, you mafia fucking bitch. But anyway, she didn't. But I guess she's trying to play the nice game. Fuck that. Anyway, all right, let's move right along here. The next order of business is Angie and Malcolm. It's cold and it's rainy and it's wet and blah blah blah. And Angie decides she wants to snuggle up with Malcolm because she's freezing and there's nothing to it. And Roxy hones right in on that shit, y'all, and she is not having it. She is none happy about it. And to me, she kind of overreacts. I mean, it is true that a pair is deadly in this game, but she really goes overboard. I mean, it's almost like cut her like a knife, and she's just beside herself. So anyway, she this whole game or this whole show, she's just, that's her focus. She is so on that, and she so wants to get Angie out of this game, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But while we're on the subject of Roxy, Roxy is just really struggling with the elements here. And I don't know if y'all have noticed or not, but Roxy is actually in seminary school, which is very interesting because she is acting very unchristian-like on this show. But anyway, so Roxy's struggling with the cold and the rain and all the elements, and she quotes, and I'm going to quote here, she says, I am not in my comfort zone at all. Well, hello? Who the fuck is? Y'all out in the Philippines. You on Survivor Island. I mean, she talks about, we don't have nothing, no friends, no family. Did you think this was going to be a climate-controlled family outing or something? They were going to ship your damn family in. Y'all was all going to have kumbaya moments and shit? No, this is Survivor. Come on. She's another one of those people that just annoy me, doesn't realize, I guess joins up for the fame of it. I don't know, doesn't really realize what she's signed up for. But anyway, she also says, and I found this very interesting, being that she's in seminary school, she says, being in seminary school and being somewhat of a Christian, I thought would give me strength. Somewhat of a Christian? Either you're a Christian or you ain't, for the most part. But if you're in seminary school, I think you kind of want to be a little bit more than somewhat of a Christian. Now, y'all know it ain't me to judge that kind of shit, but that's what I would be thinking. But anyway, but you know, so she's somewhat of a Christian, but then and she can't deal with the rain, all this kind of shit. Well, then the sun finally comes out, and then she lays on the beach and she starts praying, and then she starts speaking in tongues. Not that there's anything wrong with that, but to be somewhat of a Christian and start speaking in tongues, and especially when later on in the show you do everything but spew obscenities. I mean, really, she's all bonquiqui the whole damn episode, but yet she's a Christian and she's talking in tongues. I don't get that, y'all. But anyway, all right, let's move right along here. Let's get to the challenge. The challenge was they had to pull the sled and go pick up the puzzle pieces and then bring the puzzle pieces back, and then one person had to act like a caller to two other people while they put the puzzle pieces together. Now, a couple things I picked up on here. Jonathan's tribe is the one that has Jeff Kent on there, the Major League Baseball player that hurt his knee before he even got off the fucking boat. I was kind of impressed. He was running on that knee, and he elected to run twice, which kudos to him. And he ran very well, and I think they came in second, so he did pretty well. I don't know how they came in second because they had Dana as a caller, and we'll get to that here in a minute. But anyway, and then you have Russell's tribe. Now, Russell's tribe, got Zane voted out last episode, and so they're already down a member. So they really need to do well in this challenge. And Russell, he went from being a chief last week, which hurt him, to being a diplomat this week. So he's like, what do y'all want to do? Do you want to, do you think you can run twice? And do you think you can run twice? Well, he asked Angie. She's like, no, I don't really think I want to. Well, and last week she was all pissed off because he didn't let her run. And supposedly she ran track in either high school or college. I can't remember now, but she don't want to run twice. Come on, people, give me a fucking break. And then Roxy, he says, well, can you run? And she's like, well, no, I didn't really drink a whole lot of water today, and so no, I don't think I can. Come the fuck on, really? Are you people really out here playing a game for $1 million? Maybe they don't really have a concept of how much money $1 million is. Maybe they don't really know what they're signing up for. I just cannot imagine. You don't get out there and you don't dig in and give it every fucking thing you got. I don't care if you ain't drank in a week. You better dig fucking deep, y'all. This is your survivor life you're talking about here. But anyway, Russell has got to be tired of just getting shit partners, because last week he had Zane, and he had Zane going, pull me man, so he had to pull Zane. This week he gets Angie, and halfway through Angie goes, I don't know if I can go. Come on, fucking find some strength somewhere, and so Russell's having to, pull her ass along, and he's having to be the cheerleader, come on. He's got to be damn tired of it. No wonder he gets pissed off at the end when they do finally lose this challenge. But before they lost the challenge, it all came down to the puzzle callers, I think. And Scoopin's tribe, who won, had Lisa as their caller, and she was a great caller. That is the one thing she does excel at. She has such a calm demeanor, which is not going to help her in the rest of this Survivor atmosphere because she's not cutthroat enough. But she has such a calm demeanor. She doesn't get overly excited, and people listen to her. And so she was able to in a very calm manner. She's very good at puzzle solving, puzzle girl. So she did very well at that, and so they came in first on that. And then Russell's tribe had Denise calling, which I'm not really sure why they lost, but anyway, Denise was doing a very good job calling. She's very calm also. Of course, she's a sex therapist, so, I don't know, you would think that if you're a sex therapist that you'd be pretty good at sex, and if you're pretty good at sex, you would think you'd be getting a lot of sex. So maybe that's why she's so calm, because she's getting a lot of sex. I don't know. That's probably why I'm spastic as fuck. But anyway, we're not going to talk about my life. But anyway, all right, now, Jonathan's tribe came in second. I don't know how, because they had Dana as a caller, and she sucked. She was horrible. Nobody was listening, and, she was screaming in that high-pitched, white trash, trailer park shrill. You couldn't understand what she was saying. It's all country and southern slang, and I'm southern slang too, but I ain't no puzzle caller. But anyway, they came in second. And of course, Russell lost, and he's pissed. He's throwing puzzle pieces, and he says, these people have decided that they are unbeatable, and they need to either go hard or go home. And I completely and totally agree with him. He's got a couple of shitty people on his tribe. One of them, as we learned, will be leaving today, or did leave. But, they better figure some shit out, or their tribe is just going to be dwindled down to nothing. So after they lose, Roxy immediately starts campaigning to get Angie out, which she had already kind of started doing anyway. And Angie's clueless. Angie, Malcolm's trying to tell her that, and Angie's like, what is she going to say? You vote Angie out? And he's like, yeah, that's probably what she's saying right now. And of course she was, she had her hands all going and shit, just like I said, just campaigning to get her out. And Malcolm knows he shouldn't be cuddling with Angie, but she's beautiful. She really is. She's a blonde bombshell. Big old, I'm sure, fake tits out to here. So he rationalized. He says, well, it's cold, and she throws her arm over me, and then she throws her leg over me, and then so, then I bury my face in her tits, and well, he didn't say that, but I know that's what he was thinking. And I can't say I blame him being a lesbian woman. Hell, I want to bury my face in her tits too. But anyway, okay, I'm getting all off track here, y'all. Sorry. Anyway, they go to tribal council, and the biggest blunder of the night. Well, not the biggest, but the biggest blunder does happen at tribal council. Jeff, they're all talking. Like I said, Roxy's campaigning to get Angie out, and Jeff says, if you could change something about the tribe, what would it be? And Roxy says, Roxy, who is notoriously a lazy ass. She says, I think they should spend less time being workhorses. They spend 75% of their time working around the camp, being workhorses, and I think that, they spend all their energy there, when we should be winning challenges. And she said, and then we lost the challenge, and we get back to camp, and they go right back to work. And it was awkward. Well, the only reason it was awkward is because you were sitting on your lazy ass, and they're all working around you. Yeah, that's awkward when you're the only one sitting around and working, everybody else is working around you. That's what made it awkward. Anyway, she's a dumbass. But then the high point of the night was when Angie, blonde bombshell, titties, and her brilliant mind, he asked her the same question, what would you change about the tribe? And after pondering for just a minute, she says that we could have cookies. Did y'all just die when she said that? I mean, Jeff couldn't keep a straight face. Malcolm couldn't keep a straight face. And so Jeff looked at Malcolm goes, and he's trying to be all politically correct or whatever, because he don't want to, cut off his titty connection. So he says, well, I can understand the cookie response, but he's laughing. He can't even be still. He's laughing. He can't keep a straight face. He says, I can understand it. And then Jeff goes, really? I mean, really? You're out here for $1 million and you get a cookie response? Come on. And last week I said that I thought Angie had more in her mind than what we're giving her credit for. No, she don't, y'all. Nothing up there but fucking rocks. If that, I think it's actually empty. I don't even think there's any rocks up in there. I was dead wrong about her. She needs to go, and I think she'll go soon. And so during this whole tribe, though, Roxy is over there just seething. She's rolling her eyes and just, making the motions and the gestures and everything, and just, being very, being all Christian-like, Anyway, well, we all know how it came out. They all ended up voting Roxy out, which I was kind of shocked, really, because I think Roxy dug her own grave. But, Angie and Malcolm, they do need to cut that shit off, because that, pair is dangerous in this game. So anyway, they did vote Roxy out. So we're going to do a couple things. Going to do a toast to you, Roxy. Here we go. Here's to you, Roxy. Take your little bonquiqui ass home back to the seminary. Woo! I've got to start pouring that all the way to the brim. Woo! Because that's dangerous for me. Okay, next order of business. Oh my goodness, my torch. How are we going to put her damn fire out if my torch ain't working? Alright, oh, here we go, y'all. Okay. Alright, bonquiqui, tribe has spoken. See you guys next week.